thinking he was going to tell me about the firm's training programs or great books that had helped him. What he shared next, I'll never forget. Just do one thing. Treat the client right. I'm not sure what happened after that, as fear stole my focus. At some point, he turned and left my office. Looking back decades later, he was right. Here's what I'd say now to my younger self. Relationships are the foundation of long-term business success. At first, I got in my own way. My early days in the new position were rough and my results rocky. I was nervous in front of clients, fearing I wouldn't know answers to their questions. I gravitated to lower-level relationships, feeling more comfortable with those closer to my age. I hesitated to follow up with clients, afraid I'd be nagging. And I assumed others were born with it, as much of what I was trying to do seemed mysterious. Thankfully, I had a catalyst for growth, a top-performing mentor. Together, we managed double a normal client load, splitting the responsibilities on a day-to-day basis. I couldn't have done it without him. He pushed me beyond my comfort zone, giving me goals every morning, then checking in each evening, providing an accountability hook. Knowing he'd ask, "How'd it go?" kept me moving forward every day. He accelerated my learning, but as I blasted through one mental barrier, I slammed into another. Each time I did, he'd tell me what to do, move by move, often modeling how to do it himself. Even with this, I was afraid of doing something wrong, worrying about every detail in a conversation or an email. Things were moving fast, yet I felt like I was moving slow. When we won work, I'd get busy and worry about getting it all done. It was hard to deliver on what our clients bought, let alone find time to think about what they should buy next. And even if I somehow managed to invest in client relationships, I felt fragile, always worrying about looking bad, fearing I'd say something that exposed my lack of experience or not have an answer at all. One instance really stands out. After hundreds of hours investing in winning the work, we won, and it was the largest consulting project in our office that year. I felt the full thrill of the win that day and celebrated with my wife that night. By the end of the pursuit, I knew a few of the key clients personally and wanted to make them look great. I was all in for them, excited about spending every second in the coming months delivering on all our promises. Or so I thought. I got in early the next morning to set up a war room in our largest conference space, spreading papers and plans across a huge circular table, pushing to accomplish a week's work in the first few days. The client had taken extra time to make their decision, but our timelines were the same. As I stood up so I could see the entire plan, everything felt compressed, including my comfort. There was no buffer. As I wondered how we'd hit the first milestone, my mentor raced in, clearly signaling there wasn't much time to share something important. "I've been thinking," he said. "We should have added more scope to this project." He went on to describe 4 major areas the client might need help with, directing me to go talk with each of the corresponding 4 internal practice leaders and ask what they could do as a fixed-fee pilot project. The kicker? He made it my job to figure that all out and pitch the ideas to the Chief Human Resource Officer by the end of the day. I thought this was a horrible idea. And I mean horrible. I didn't know a thing about any of these disciplines. How would I talk about them? How would I even fit this in with everything else I had to do? Worst yet, I was
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.